What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you are doing well. Real quickly before the video starts, if you've not done so already, make sure you subscribed, your notifications are turned on, make sure that you are liking the video for me, commenting, all of that good stuff. If you're listening to the audio version of this as well, just make sure that you are liking it for me, and also following us on Apple and also on Spotify as well. Wow, my hair is an absolute mess, but there you go. I'll get into this in the bottom corner in a second. I've got some big news that's coming, but I'll get into it in a second. Important announcement to make for everybody. Oh God, that tastes really nice. Strawberry kiwi, I believe that is. Anyways, so just going to talk about a couple of bits and pieces today, nothing too heavy. There's like literally nothing going on whatsoever at all from a Leeds United point of view in terms of news. There's mention about Jill being a backup keeper for us, all of that kind of stuff. There's mention about Max Aarons we might be interested in again, the usual kind of bits and noise that's coming around with that. And it is a case of, at this moment in time, just playing a waiting game until we can see what's actually happening. But one of the things I did want to touch on today, which I thought was actually quite interesting, was Newcastle fans and the Copium involved with a certain Mr. Trafford. I've seen some absolutely wild takes online when it comes to Trafford and some of the stuff that's been said about him. Useless keeper was one of them. I've seen one Newcastle fan saying that I'm glad we moved away from the deal. We've got two keepers for the price of what he is just in one keeper. For some reason, they've all got it into their heads that there's a buyback clause. Not sure where they've got that idea from. For any Newcastle fan that's watching this, there isn't a buyback clause. There is a matching clause, which means that if we decide to sell Trafford, Manchester City have the option to match that amount. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to go with the Manchester City offer. It just gives Manchester City the option to go with that amount. There is a profit clause, which is that if we sell Trafford, Manchester City will get 20% of the profit should we sell him. So what that means is that they get a 20% stake of however much the profit is. So if we sell him for, I don't know, for 20 million above where it is, they'll get 5 million on top of that. They'll get a little 5 million amount on top of that as well, rather than it being a 20% sell-on clause of the entire amount. To give you an idea, that's what they did with Shea Charles. So that's why Southampton are in such a mire with that, because they've got like a 15 or 20% sell-on clause for the whole amount, not just the profit margin. And that's what we've done. We control the entire situation. So for everybody, just relax on that one, please. What did one person say to me on X last night? Because I just kept putting out that the Copium is absolutely hilarious. And I've got nothing against Newcastle fans. I just thought it was really funny. One person actually tried to argue with me last night on X that he went to City and was a failed keeper. He had 2 or 3 poor games for City, and that was him done for the rest of the season. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that Trafford won 2 domestic trophies last season and was in goal for those domestic trophies last season and was pivotal because of saves that he made in those domestic trophies last season. So I don't know what your definition of failing is, but for me, that's not failing in any stretch of the imagination at all. It just, I think it's a human nature thing, isn't it? We all get into that idea of, let us all, you know, we didn't get the nice shiny thing that we wanted to get, so we're going to go, oh, well, I didn't want him anyways, and he's crap, and he's this, and he's that, and paid a lot of money. Just the level of, like I said, the Copium, the conspiracy theory side of stuff that went on with things that were being said yesterday was, for me, was really, 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 really funny. Like, just hilariously funny. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because it just tickled me, because I was still getting messages late last night and earlier on this morning as well, which was just an absolutely beautiful thing to behold overall. Right. I wanted to quickly talk about the latest partner of the Leeds Therapy, Holy. And this is actually one of those partnerships that makes a lot of sense for me personally. Anyone who makes videos will know that quite a lot of the work happens at ridiculous times. You're researching transfers, editing videos, making thumbnails, waiting for people to tweet something out at 11:30 at night that will completely ruin the video that you've just spent 3 hours making. And historically, that normally meant reaching for an energy drink or another can of something fizzy. That's where Holy comes in. Holy was actually started by 3 mates, Freddie, Phil and Matza, who love soft drinks themselves but looked at an industry that hadn't really changed for decades and thought, surely we can do this differently. They started out in a shared apartment, initially creating Holy Energy, and since then they've expanded into iced tea, hydration and even milkshakes. Today, Holy has grown into more than 100 people with over 2 million customers. For me, the big thing is choice. If I'm editing or working late, there's Holy Energy. It's 0 sugar, 0 taurine, and most importantly for me, it actually tastes fruity rather than like liquid gummy bears. If I don't want the energy drink, there's Holy Iced Tea made with real tea and 0 sugar. There's also Holy Hydration with electrolytes, minerals and coconut water base, again with 0 sugar. And then they somehow decided to make Holy milkshakes as well. So basically, whatever mood I'm in, there's something there. If you've never tried Holy before, the one that I would recommend looking at is the Starter Set Deluxe. In that you get energy, iced tea and hydration with 14 sachets and milkshakes with 15 sachets. And you get a Holy logo shaker as well. And because this is our Leeds Therapy partnership, I've managed to get you guys a special offer. If you're already a Holy customer, use code LEEDS for 10% off your order. And if you're a new customer, use LEEDS5 to get £5 off your first order over $14.99. So if you're interested, use the link around this video, use my code at checkout and give it a try. Massive thanks to Holy for partnering with the Leeds Therapy. Drink soft, go hard. Before we get into it, just again, big thank you to Holy. That's what all this is about, and this down here. And before we talk about the next thing that I want to talk about, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's watched my channel, to everybody that engages, to everybody that comments and all of that kind of stuff. Because yeah, I make the content, but it's because you guys watch it and you guys comment on it that I have gotten into a position where I can partner with a company that I genuinely do really, really believe in. And for me, it's important that if I'm going to put a name of a company on here, that I want to make sure that it represents my brand and this channel correctly. And for me, that's what Holy really, really does. And like I said, it's because of you guys that I've gotten to that position. So thank you so much for that. You've given me this really, really good opportunity. And, you know, it's just mental for me. And genuinely, I do drink them. That's not false. I am drinking them. It's really, really nice. Excuse me, proper flavours. So yeah, pre-season. Woo! We're going to Elland Road tomorrow. I'm going to the game. I'm very, very excited about this. I'm not going to lie. I have hugely missed football. I've hugely missed going to the games. I went to a lot of games last season and I've missed it. I've missed parking up at the top and walking down, going and having a pint of Guinness, going and getting the bang bang chicken or whatever you want to call it. So I'm really, really looking forward to going tomorrow. Now, obviously, as everybody knows, these are 2 60-minute halves. So it's essentially 2 games that they are playing. There will be kind of like a little bit of a break for each one. So every 30 minutes, there'll be a bit of a break, I believe, like a water break or a hydration break or whatever. Hydration break or whatever. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm really, really keen to see Trafford play. That I really genuinely do want to see. I'm looking forward to seeing Muramovic in the flesh. I'm looking forward to seeing Wilson in the flesh. But more importantly, just from a mental health point of view, I'm just looking forward to getting down to the ground and going and supporting the lads. I know it's only a pre-season game, but for me, it's genuinely a really, really important thing for me. I've not told a lot of you this, but about 10 weeks ago, my new job that I started, I lost. So I've kind of been out of work for quite some time, which is probably why the frequency of videos has gone through the roof. So it's been quite a tough period for me. I don't want pity or anything like that. That's not why I'm saying it. I'm just letting you know why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. And I'm genuinely excited about going to the game tomorrow and really, really looking forward to being amongst people and friends and seeing people that I know and all of that kind of good stuff. So, and don't worry, I do have a new job and I am starting that new job on Monday. So that, you know, that's a real bonus. But yeah, it's been a tough 10 weeks. So the football and going, like I said, my channel's called the Leeds Therapy, and I'm genuinely looking forward to going on Monday. Sorry, on Monday, so Saturday to do that walk down to the ground again and just do them pre-match rituals that we're used to doing that we've not been able to do for a little while. So yeah, it should be an interesting game. It'd be good to see where we're at, fitness levels and all of that kind of good stuff. I know people are having a bit of a weird moment. Square Ball brought out that article to do with Red Bull, and a lot of people have taken it to a particular way and aren't very happy about it. I would say, was the article negative? Yes, it was, but the issue is that the history of Red Bull within sport is that they swallow up clubs. And that's what the issue has always been with Red Bull. And that's what the fear's always been from Leeds United fans, if from a Red Bull side of things, is how much control do they have and what are they going to be doing in terms of trying to get that more overall control with the club. So whilst I found it a bit really negative, I genuinely understand why it's been written, and I genuinely understand people's concerns. And I know, you know, people still aren't quite in love with the ownership yet, but what I would say at this moment in time is that the ownership of Leeds United is probably, take the Red Bull out of it for the time being, but the ownership of Leeds United at this moment in time is probably in the best shape that it's been in for a very long time. I'd go as far as to say nearly 20 years that it's been in the best shape that it's been in, probably longer. So, yeah, well, I get it and I understand it. I understand people's frustrations, but you know what? We get down to the ground tomorrow and we go and support the lads and we go and have a good time. We go and enjoy it. Don't take it too seriously. It's going to be nice to see people again and all of that kind of good stuff. And I'm genuinely looking forward to it. So, should be good fun overall. That's going to do it for this one. It's hardly really what I would call a video, but yeah, I didn't do a video Friday because just for me, there was nothing to sit down and write anything about. There is a drone video that will be coming out on Sunday, probably the back end of Sunday now, so maybe the evening-ish time, depending on what time I get down to the ground to go and do the filming. So keep an eye out for that one. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you again to Holy. I know I keep saying it, but for me, it's a big deal for me, this. And again, you guys are part of the reason why it's such a big deal. So all of the links and everything will be in the description down below. Just if you are interested, go and check them out. Go and grab yourself some drinks. Like I said, I wouldn't put it out myself if I didn't believe in it and I wasn't trusting in it at the same time as well. It is genuinely a really good product and very worthwhile, in my humble opinion. That's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you're commenting, liking and hyping. If you're listening to the audio version of this, just make sure that you are liking the audio for me and following on the Apple and the Spotify kind of thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited about going to the football. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Thank you for your time. I always appreciate you. Cheers.